In this video, we're going to do a real quick tutorial on how to do subscripts, superscripts, and draw tables in the Canvas free response section when you are in a quiz or an exam. So what I'm in right now is that kind of practice area. And now for you, you would have to go through Respondus lockdown browser and webcam enable and all that before you could access this. There's already a video with instructions on how to do that. So I just want to go through, and when you're actually in a lockdown situation for the lockdown browser Respondus monitoring, when you're actually looking at a question, how can you make sure you're entering things correctly? And the first thing I want to show is how to draw a two-row table. And the reason why it's so important to be able to draw two-row tables is because that's how we're going to show a lot of our calculation. It's a very clean and effective way to be able to show calculations in Canvas. And in the actual content videos, that's also how we have the calculations set up. So most of your calculations can be done with two-row tables. So we want to show how to actually go through that. So to draw a two-row table, what you want to do is you want to find that three vertical dots button. And that three vertical dots button gives you some more options in this free response area. So if I click on that, one of the options that it gives me is this kind of table icon. And when you select that table icon, you're able to draw a table. So when you scroll down to the table, and then you don't have to specifically tell it, you can just kind of show it what you want to draw. You can always draw more columns than you need to, but we're just going to make a two-row table. And that two-row table enables us to show our calculations really, really quickly and easily because we'll have a numerator and a denominator. So if I just punch in some random calculations here, you can see that you have this now set up in order to show what kind of calculations you are going to do at every stage in this. And I'm going to put some in here. Again, we're not really interested in the actual content. It's just being able to draw that two-row table so that you can show a series of mathematical steps. And that's how we're showing these in the videos. That's how you're going to show your work in Canvas for quizzes and exams. I just put in some more conversions here. And you can do a whole series of calculations shown in this two-row table. And then those are all the steps. And then you could just, I'm not going to actually do the calculation, but then you can just type in whatever number, that ended up being. So that's how you enter and draw a two-row table. It's that three vertical dots button. You go over to the table, and then you can pick what size table you want to draw. So that's the first thing we want to show is how to draw a table. The second thing we want to be able to do is we have to correctly indicate when things are subscripted and when things are superscripted. And these are very important things in chemistry because in chemistry, whether something's a subscript or a superscript or not a subscript or a superscript, that isn't just a typo type thing. It changes the meaning. Subscripts we're going to see mean something very specific. Superscripts mean something very specific. So we have to make sure we're able to clearly show what we want to be a subscript and what we want to be a superscript. So I'm just going to kind of show how that works, and we're just going to practice by doing two things. I'm going to try to retype in that formula, Ca parentheses NO3 parentheses 2, And you can see that the 3 and the 2 are subscripted. So we start just by typing what we want to type. And it's not going to be subscripted. So right now, I don't have anything subscripted, but I need that 3 and that 2 to be subscripted. So the way you deal with subscripts and superscripts is I need that 3 to be subscripted. So I'm going to highlight it. And then in my tools, you see this T2 button. It's showing it as a superscript right now, but it's a toggle button. You kind of click on that. You can have an option now to superscript or subscript that. Well, I need that subscripted, so I'm going to subscript that 3, and you can see the 3 got subscripted. And now I need to do the same thing with the 2. I'm going to highlight the 2, go to that T2 button, and I need that subscripted as well. So now what I typed into Canvas matches what I wanted to have typed in. That's kind of one example. Have everything subscripted, so we'll just kind of get out of that. So now I need to enter some more information in here. Now we're going to get rid of our superscripts and subscripts. Now I'm going to try the second one, this PO4 3 minus. You see in that one that I have highlighted in blue, the 4 needs to be subscripted and the 3 negative have to be superscripted. So for us, it's very important that we're able to subscript what we want to subscript and superscript what we want to superscript. So we're going to enter this and show you how to get this information in. So you start typing like normal, and you can see it's not going to have anything subscripted or superscripted. Now I can go through the same process and clearly show what needs to be subscripted and what needs to be superscripted. So I need that 4 to be a subscript. So I'm going to go to that T2 button, subscript that 4. Now I need the 3 and the negative to be superscripted. So I need to highlight both of those. Now I'm going to go to that T2 button, use the superscript, and now what I have typed in exactly matches what we wanted to have typed in. So these are just some key things that I wanted to show you in terms of the 3 response areas in Canvas. There's 3 things you want to make sure you're able to do. You want to make sure you can draw tables by using the table tool, as well as you want to make sure you're able to clearly show what's a subscript and what is a superscript by highlighting and using that T2 button. So we just wanted to kind of go through and do those things so you can see how to do that for when you're ready to take quizzes and exams.